is the North depending on the South for revenue when they have three things Nigeria can't do without? The issue of internally generated revenue (IGR) came to the limelight once again after the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, had alleged that Rivers and Lagos State, two significantly wealthy southern states, were not being honestly cared for by the federal government when it comes to how value-added tax yielded by states was rotationed. The governor contended that unlike Kano State, Rivers and Lagos got an infinitesimal percentage of what they allotted as VAT to the federal government. He said that Rivers received approximately 31% of its cumulative value-added tax revenue, while Lagos receive merely 20%. The argument arises from the reality that Kano State receive 100% of what is allotted, despite contributing considerably less than the two southern states. One could say that the South is blessed with oil and that is why the revenue generated is much. Tourism, however, there are certain things that the North has that are particular to them which Nigeria can't do without. Three things that North has that Nigerians can do without. One, manpower and population. It is a well-stated fact that the North has the highest population and manpower in Nigeria. This is something Nigerian can't do without, because even in military, the Northerners occupy more position, and without them, the military might not be as strong as it is. The North always boast about their population when an election is by the corner. Nevertheless, instead of the North keep bragging about the evident numerical advantage that they have, they should direct their enthusiasm into utilizing that advantage to boost the revenue they get from value-added tax VAT. Second, agriculture. Certain crops are grown mainly in the north, which our country can't or won't be able to do without. Crops such as cotton, tobacco, rice, sugarcane, and indigo, and they are cultivated in huge quantities. These crops were recognized as cash crops. They were grown on large farms called plantations. A state like Kaduna forms about 3.3% of the country's GDP. It is the wealthiest state in the northern part of the country and is recognized for its production of cotton and groundnut, which is also exports. It is the prominent industrial and economic center for northern states in Nigeria. The north also has a great amount of cattle ranch compared to the south. The north accounts for meat production in the country. 3. Gold deposits and other mine resources. Gold deposits can be found in northern Nigeria, vastly prominent near Maru, Anka Malele, Toshon, Bini, Kwari, Kwanga, Gumana, Binyari, Okolom, Dogondaji. Also, the purest deposits of iron ore in Nigeria are located in Itakpe in the Kogi state as one of the functioning mining industries in Nigeria. The country is investigating exporting iron ore in an abundance of domestic requirements. The big question now is, why are they depending on the South for revenue when they have all those resources at their disposal? Well, it is your own opinion to say that, and you have the right to question them, and you have the right to ask this question. You know why? Because the northern people are very selfish and wicked. They are preserving all those things and are busy using our own to the core. They want to make finish everything in the south, which is impossible though. But they want to make sure that they drain everything in the south, and then they can go back and fall back to their own, while we have nothing left to fall back to. That is what they want to do. But not knowing that God and nothing of such can happen to his people. Well, they are wise in their thinking, but it's the Southern leaders who, out of selfishness, sold us to them. They want our own resource to finish before using their own to impoverish us. Very true. You are too much. The Southerners leaders are too foolish to the ethnic of the Northerners leaders. Well, their antics is all we have known about. We know it, we know what they are planning to do, but God is God and it will not work. It won't happen. The population they boast about is their biggest problem. They need everything more than we do. When you give birth like pigs, your budget is on stomach infrastructure, so you can't develop. Because our leaders in the north have dead brains, eh? Well, the rise is myopic, as there is nowhere in the world and by demography where arid region is more populated than rain region. Also, agriculture is not a monopoly of the north. It just depends on the produce coming from your area. Lastly, every part of Nigeria has got mineral deposit in quantities yet to be explored. Okay, the Northerners leaders are so selfish and wicked. They refuse to give their youth adequate education and social life so they can be producing multiple children in order to continue serving them and their own children. If you don't invest in your potentials, it will be of no use, because South was once depending on them. Eh? Says who? Very big question, just as our elders use make a parable. Consumers eating free eggs every day gets a fowl refuse to lay eggs. Then consumers get worried, but consumer forgot that the fowl went through pain before laying his eggs. It can't continue like this. Because they don't want to share with others, they keep the resource to themselves, pocketed all and open their hand widely to grab from the south. That's your answer. Okay. Oh. It appears that everybody knows what these people are capable of and what they are doing. The apparent large population in northern Nigeria is a demographic fraud. Besides, what can unskilled, illiterate, and crime rider population do to generate income? Not only that, the north has functional dams to feed the whole of West Africa with grains, yet depend on the south for revenue from oil. Why? You're also asking your own question. But we all know someone from the comment section at first had already given us the perfect answer we seek for. They just want to make sure that they ruin everything in the south and then go back and fall onto their own. That's what they want to do. But God is God and God will not allow them. Besides, they can't finish everything in the south. It's impossible because God has blessed us with too much. Or you can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks.